F1 drivers want more changes on the safety limit, Jeddah circuit. Formula 1 drivers want further modifications on the safety limit, Jeddah for future races in Saudi Arabia despite the tranquility offered by the car's performances in crashes. Ahead the second Grand Prix on the Corniche circuit this weekend, barriers at 4 of the 27 corners were moved back while the final turn was widened by 1.5 meters. This came after GPDA director George Russell previously told Motorsport.com the track was lacking a lot from a safety perspective and a racing perspective. But Ferrari drivers Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc have led calls for further improvements to be considered following Mick Schumacher's shunt in qualifying on Saturday evening. The Haas driver was ruled out of the Sunday race following a high-speed crash. It took 57 minutes to be cleared. Sainz, who called the changes for the smallest ever, reckoned the safety credentials of the F1 monocoque offered peace of mind to drivers, but asked whether it was worth the risk. He said, "As drivers, we are very confident around here just because we know that the safety of the cockpit nowadays is very high. This gives us a bit the tranquility that even at those speeds, the car is protecting you because the FIA has done a great job in giving us very safe cockpits. But at the same time, is it really worth it?" His initial suggestion was to push the concrete barriers further back to increase the window. Drivers might have to scrub off speed before impact. Sainz continued, "Having that huge accident when you can hopefully push the walls a bit further out gives us a bit more space to slow down the car if we lose it. It's a discussion that we need to have because it's probably a bit on the limit." Pole winner Sergio Pérez labeled the venue definitely the most dangerous place on the Red Bull teammate Max Verstappen said of the flat-out curves that pepper the lap, "Just design it straight, it's safer for everyone." Despite Leclerc declaring his enjoyment of the driving challenge presented by Jeddah, the Bahrain winner reckoned, "Maybe there are a few things that we can change for the future." Russell did, however, warn the fundamental nature of F1's fastest street circuit could be lost should changes go too far. The Mercedes driver said, "Obviously, the dangers were the lack of visibility last year. They've done their best to improve that. It has worked slightly. It hasn't solved all the issues. But I think that's just the nature of a street circuit sometimes, and obviously being so fast, it is high risk, high reward. The problem is, you sometimes lose the DNA of a street circuit if you go too far. There are small things that can be done to improve. Ultimately, when you go in these speeds, and you just lose it, there is no runoff, and you will end up on the wall."